when she's giving a typically brilliant forensic speech, and it only heaps on the frustrations for those of us who know that this argument is just so clear. She and I have held many public meetings together on this issue, and we're often asked, as our colleagues in other parties, how is it that, given the economic case between Heathrow and Gatwick is more or less the same, given the connectivity benefits are more or less the same between the two options, why would the government have chosen the option that is most polluting, most disruptive, most unpopular, most expensive, most legally complex, and therefore hardest to deliver? And the only answer I've only ever been able to come up with, because there is no logical answer, is crony capitalism. And does she share my concern that actually by going with this absurd off-the-shelf solution that has been hanging around for decades and has been consistently discredited and remains more discredited today than it was even 10 years ago, that actually this is doing huge harm to the credibility of this government?
Justine Greening.
I think, unfortunately, there's a risk that he's right, and it's impossible not to note Treasury ministers like Lord Dayton, who were in charge of infrastructure, and then promptly, within about a year of leaving that department, head off and pop up, as ever, at Heathrow Airport Limited. And I do think that there are some questions about why, in spite of all of the evidence, this is a project that fails to ever quite be recognised as being an utterly flawed one. I should say